Hello and welcome back to Everybody Hates Barney, and well, we have a bit of a decision to make here. So I've kind of been deciding on what to do, and well, I've never really been shying away from, you know, losing, quote unquote losing in this particular series, because that's all part of the journey. However, if I were to be defeated here, that would be very bad, because then I would have to build up all the way from the beginning, and that would be really harsh at this point. So basically I've come down to pretty much two options, and I'm leaning towards one of them very heavily here. I'm just going to sell my prisoners real fast. I'm going to be I think letting these guys go. Yeah, we're gonna just ransom these fellows, because they are otherwise well, they're just going to respawn, basically. They're just going to respawn really easily, so it's really not going to make any difference. But anyway, so the two options are these. We either stay here and try our luck in defeating this incredible army, who actually does have quite a lot of really pretty good troops. As you can see, they do have 30 cataphracts, they have some Palatine Guards, they have some Manavliatons, and they also have 24 elite cataphracts. So if I were to go into an auto-resolve battle against these guys, I mean, considering the fact that the walls are down, I mean, there's obviously one wall that is slightly still kind of repaired a little bit, but the fact that one wall is down, this guy, all he's going to do is he's just going to wait until his trebuchets take it out. And I can't really take that chance, can I? I can't really take that chance. So the best course of action that I can take now is to pretty much just take every single troop that I have here, sell them all, and then just hop it, pretty much. Just get out of there as soon as possible. And that's pretty much all I can really say, which is pretty sad, to be honest, because I was really happy that we succeeded in capturing something. But as you may know or may not know, because I obviously just said, it is pretty damaging. It's going to be a really big problem if I were to be defeated in this case. It's going to be a very significant issue. So we're just going to sell everyone here. Oh, look at that. I actually got to 150 in roguery. Wow, that took a while. Okay. Surrendering bandit parties always offered to join you. That is probably really quite fantastic. Smuggler connections, on the other hand, is really good. Obviously, you know, minus 50%, you know, trade penalty when you have crime rating, but we're already kind of bankrupting people, so I'm not sure if we really need that in comparison to the other thing. Because getting bandit parties to surrender is really good for forest bandits. So for the sake of maybe not really having a use case for smuggler connections, we're going to be taking partners in crime, even though this is something that I have previously thought is not such a good perk. But because we are doing this whole challenge thing, it's going to be probably much more useful than it would have otherwise been in other playthroughs, because let's face it, in other playthroughs you are allowed to automatically just recruit noble troops at any time. That's pretty much what you can do, but in my case, not really, right? Not really. Okay, so we've basically gotten rid of everything. My loyalty is about to basically just go super low, because of course it is, you know, that we have no food here, and the best course of action for me to take right now is to try to let Sikanis go into the siege. He's going to start the siege almost immediately, I assume. Yep, there he goes. And then we are literally just going to walk by him, and we're just going to let him do his own thing. Funnily enough, I think, I don't know, if he goes straight in, we may in fact have the opportunity to maybe beat him, because I don't think he will go straight in. I think he's going to wait until he gets until he gets the other section of wall down, most likely. But funnily enough, if he doesn't do that, I mean, look, there's only 164 people there, you know. There is literally only 164, so yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah. Anyway, there we go. We did get some Sea Raiders to join us, which is actually really nice. We're going to be able to hopefully bolster our ranks a little bit. And yeah, so I really wish we had a garrison here, but obviously, very rightly said in the comments, if I were to leave any people here, it would just not make any difference whatsoever. And you can see here that they're now going in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is, these are just militia, right? These are just militia in the garrison in Argeron. And look at how much damage they've already... Oh. Alright. Alright. I think that skipped a couple of... I think that skipped a couple of steps, didn't it? Did you see that? That was actually kind of insane. What happened? Did you see? Wow, that was weird. That was really strange, actually. Usually that does not happen. Usually they do not just immediately do, you know, whatever to get that out of the way. You know, usually they don't just instantly capture something when there are still 100 militia remaining. So I'm going to assume that there's something going on there, but well, it doesn't really matter. Oh wow, that guy is actually really, really strong. So we probably want to be a bit careful of that. Let's see. If this guy turns around right now, we're going to have a problem. No, we might not. We might not. We might be able to catch him. There we go.
Close enough. Who are you?
Okay, do I actually want to do damage to this guy? Because you can see here we're surrounded. So I think the best course of action for me is just to go this way instead of getting the disorganized state. As you can tell, I actually would have been in some pretty big trouble if I had gone for that. Yeah, wow. There's a load of these guys around here. Southern Empire. The Southern Empire have really stuck their noses in where I personally would prefer they did not. But, you know. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, let's go in here.
No.
Oh, should I not? I feel like this is a bad idea. Oh, look, I mean, look at this. Look at how many there are. They would easily catch me if I was in my disorganized state right now. So I guess the best thing for me to do, actually, is just to walk away at this point. For me to just walk away and actually stop trying to get any kind of, you know, beneficial resolution here. However, you've got to bear in mind, think about this. We proved very, you know, unequivocally that we were actually able to take something. You know, we did actually take something with a small force. And while we did have to... How long are they going to chase me, by the way? And we did have to take down the walls, which obviously is really bad. I'm going to try, if I can, in some future siege, to not do that. Because if we actually have a situation where we can... Aha, hello there. Yeah, I didn't really want to fight both of these guys at the same time. Oh, how annoying. Oh, that is extremely frustrating, you know. That is so frustrating to see these guys literally just walking away from us now. Even though we could take them. We could take at least 2 of them, but we just don't want to get pounced on after the fact. As you can see, they're all trying to intercept us. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, next time I do a siege, what we're going to try to do is just take it without doing any damage to the walls, or at the very least try to just build some siege towers and build a battering ram. I think that's probably going to be the only course of action I can really take that is going to be somewhat suitable. And can I get... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is going to have to be... This will have to be what we do here. Let me just take a quick look at this guy. No, his composition is absolutely terrible. And she's looking relatively weak as well. So that's actually good. So we can just go straight on in here. And, well, we do have a faction, technically, right? You know, we still have a faction. And we are still kind of able to do some things. But, yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of something here to try to get back on our feet. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try to see if I can find maybe some additional town that has greater, should we say, greater development. So something like, I'm actually not entirely sure which town has good development. I guess I could just look at the prosperity or something like that. Maybe the prosperity would make the most sense there. So I'm thinking Danustica at the moment. I'm thinking something like Danustica or somewhere really, really far away. And technically, we could try to force a town into a rebellion. That's one thing that we could try to do. I'm not very confident in being able to do that because we don't know what their loyalty actually is. I don't think the tooltip actually shows you when you're outside of a town. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I haven't really taken note of that kind of stuff before very closely, so not really something that I usually, you know, that I usually see very, very easily, but, you know, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, because all that we need to do is just try to cause some kind of loyalty deficit. So the best way to do that is, well, reducing their food increase, right? Reducing their food intake, shall we say, not increase, and trying to, shall we say, trying to pillage every single caravan and maybe every single village that is nearby. That's probably going to make a big difference too. And I think that's probably the best we could probably get, maybe. The question is, which towns? I don't know, which towns? I'm sure there are going to be a couple that we might be able to do. Maybe we want to pick something that is kind of in and around the Northern Empire, or maybe we want to pick something completely different. Somewhere that is quite far away from anything else. I don't really want to go into Azurai territory, because the Azurai are basically full strength at the moment. So that's a little bit of a... Wow, okay, I just died. Wow, look at that. Okay, that is kind of surprising. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, the fact is, if we can actually make a little bit of an inroad in trying to get some, you know, rebels to take over a particular town, then I feel like we may, in fact, get some good resolutions. We might get some good, or should we say, not resolutions, but more solutions to our problem. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to be able to do here. So, ooh, look at that. I can, yeah, because I now have Veterans Respect, I can actually level these guys up. And as you can see, they are going to be using war mounts. That's also the reason why I was saying to you earlier that I was like, oh yes, I really do need to get more war mounts, don't I? Yes, because obviously then we have these situations occurring and it's just so much better. Okay, now let's see if the disorganized state is actually going to wear off by the time this guy... Yeah, it does. Okay, but I technically could fight him, to be honest. I technically could fight him. I don't think I'm going to have too many issues dealing with him, to be honest. Recruit all of those. Okay, let's actually have a look. I mean, he's got 175. And I did just get myself killed, so maybe it's not the best idea. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave it for now. Let's just leave it. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. Which town has a lot of traffic? We need to figure out which town has a lot of traffic. So, in other words, which town has a lot of caravans coming in and out? Which town has the most, you know, villagers going in and out? And, you know, which one is connected to the most? Well, Danustica is right here. Oh, you can actually see the prosperity. There we go. So, yeah, Danustica has a prosperity of 5,000. Oh, rebels in Epicrotia. Aha. Alright. Maybe that's going to be a thing. Shall we go and see? Because that's Northern Empire territory, basically. That seems pretty good to me. Regea is right there. I'm actually very surprised that she wants to jump on us so incredibly quickly, but, you know, who am I to say? Who am I to say? I'm not the... Well, I technically am the leader of a particular... I am the leader of a faction, but, you know, hasn't really worked out too well for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is ruler clan earns 3 influence per day. We are going to enact that instantaneously because, let's face it, I'm running around and every single day gaining some influence for free. How can I say no to that? You know, that's pretty good. So let's actually just see here. What is this guy all about? He's got a lot of elites, but mostly infantry. And this guy has a lot of cavalry. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, he literally ran away into the castle? I'm so surprised. I really thought that he was going to attack. Wow. Okay, I mean, he had some people really close by. I assumed that they were actually going to be joining him as well in that particular action, but apparently they didn't. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's go into this village over here, and then we'll make our way over to Epicrotia. I do want to try and eliminate as many of the Southern Empire vassals as well, because they have annoyed me, you know. They have, you know, caused us to suffer quite dramatically in certain aspects. In the case of taking Argeron back, of course, which is not very nice of them, but, you know, that's just how it goes, I suppose. And otherwise, let's just actually go and attack this guy if we can. Hello there, sir. Let us eliminate you. Yes, there we are. Okay, so I could technically go into an auto-resolve here, but I wouldn't mind if I can to try and level up my thrown weapons some more. Even though I am killing most things in one hit, I wouldn't mind getting to 275 nevertheless, because it is just, you know, better, you know. Having more damage is always better, even if we, you know, if we manage not to kill someone in one hit, for example, because we do 98 damage or something, then that's obviously going to make a pretty big difference. Let's put these guys into a loose formation right there. Tell our cavalry to charge, because they're just going to attack the enemy's cavalry, and we'll try to maybe reduce a little bit of the elite infantry population in this guy's army. It's going to be a little bit problematic. See, now, there we go. 96 damage. That's what I'm talking about. 96 damage. We do not want any instances of 96 damage, because that's basically just like, what, you know, 5 HP away, 10 HP away, 15 HP away from actually getting a kill. And I'm pretty sure that if we were to have 275 in throwing, most enemies would not be able to survive. And that's obviously the main concern there, you know. That is literally the main thing. So yeah, we are absolutely fine though. I can just go super speed and we are pretty much done. There it is. And we did get some more influence and renown and all that wonderful stuff, and obviously that is just going to come our way no matter what we do, so we can kind of relax a little bit about that. That's also the reason why generally, if you are thinking about getting a bunch of perks, it may actually be better, you know, in some aspects it might be better to just relax on getting some perks that you don't necessarily need, because they are things that increase your renown gain. But it very much depends, because if you want to rush to get clan tier 5 or rush to get any kind of clan tier level specifically because you have something in mind that you really want to do, then of course getting that is really, really good. Because let's face it, every single time you get a clan tier level up, you are going to be gaining a significant amount of party size, and in most cases that is actually going to provide you with some pretty massive power scaling. You know, it's going to be pretty good. Okay, so look at that. Amaliana has actually given birth as well, which is amazing. So that's very, very nice indeed for us, because that means that we now have an heir, technically, kind of. But even if Barney were to die now, which I hope, you know, let cross fingers, let's hope that he doesn't. But if even if he were, we have Amaliana who can indeed take over, and she's not great, but she's definitely going to be better than having nothing at all. And as I said to you, I didn't really want to give myself one of the most powerful, you know, female vassals in all the land, because I feel like that's making things a bit too silver plattery, and I didn't really want to do that. So anyway, we're going to go over to Epicrotia. We're going to go and see what's going on there. And, well, that's the funny thing. If the rebels are anything like any of the other rebels that we've encountered so far, we're not actually going to be having too many issues with them. We may, in fact, have a very easy time capturing it. And if we have an easy time capturing it, well, we're probably going to get attacked yet again by a lot of people. But the thing is, and now think about this for a real quick second. I don't really think we need to take down the walls. That is the thing that we really didn't want to do beforehand, but I kind of felt like I had to because I was up against a time limit and I really needed to be fast. So what we're going to do... I don't know... let me see. Wait. Knowledge is power after all. Wait, Sturgia. Okay. They are at war against Britannia. Okay, that's actually perfect. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to attack these rebels straight up. Yeah, repeat. There we go. And I am just gonna auto resolve. Actually, should I? Wait a minute. I have 260. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna level up very very soon, am I? I need to. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get to 275 actually because I don't have 7 in control, which is actually quite funny because I thought to myself, oh yeah, my athletic skill will easily get to 200. Yeah, well, never mind. Okay, I wasn't prioritizing that so much, was I? Okay, so we'll just go in for the auto resolve. That's going to be pretty easy for us, and as you can tell, yes, it indeed was. And we can now just take some of the tier 4s. I'm taking tier 4s basically and below. I think that's probably the best course of action because tier 5s take a little bit too long in my opinion, and we're otherwise just going to be donating the armor and weapons and all that wonderful stuff. We have enough food and we have enough of everything else, and I don't really want to potentially take too many horses either because horses are indeed, with the exception of war mounts and things like that, they may have the opportunity to over encumber us, and I didn't really want to do that. So anyway, let's just do this. There we are. And okay, Pelikos's party is in here. I was kind of hoping that he would not be in there still, but if that's just how it's going to be, then that's how it's going to be. Okay, well, let's just execute every single one of these guys. I hope the game actually doesn't crash as a result of me executing these fellows, because the funny thing about executing rebels and executing minor factions and things like that is that it can cause game crashes from what I've experienced in the past. But obviously, that was a long time ago, so maybe maybe that's not the case anymore. Okay, so Pelikos is still in there. Ah, there we go. There's Destor. Why is Destor coming out? I don't know why you're coming out, sir. Okay, there's Pelikos as well. Okay, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? I will do you the honor of fighting me manually, sir. There we go. Yes, indeed, indeed. Look at him.
Please.
There he is. Okay, yeah, so I will literally fight him manually because I just said that. So that is exactly what we're going to do. And funnily enough about this guy, I feel like he's... I don't actually know why he decided to come out, because he could have just stayed in and had an absolutely wonderful time. He probably would not be facing annihilation, but I guess they are indeed rebels, so, you know, maybe they're not going to be thinking too clearly because maybe they're under pressure, you know, they're going to make mistakes and things like that. Wow, this water is extremely deep. Wow, this is actually quite funny. Alright, I'm actually wondering, wait a minute, let me just put them over here instead. I don't think they're actually going to cross the water, they're just going to... They're going to try to cross the bridge, aren't they? Pretty sure they're going to try and cross the bridge. But if I can bait them into coming over here, that's pretty much all I really want to do. Let's get my horsemen over here as well as the horse archers. Just make them go across the bridge so that they're at least within range if I need them. Whoa, the enemy is so far. What are they doing? Look at this. Wow, okay, they are very far away. Alright, well... I am going to continue trying to snipe. Ooh, that would have done so much damage if I hit that. Very, very close. Okay. Really? Okay. Maybe I can do something here. Yep, there we go. Nice. And now we're fine. Now we're okay. Yes. Now we are absolutely fine. Please do not kill me. There we go. Now I just have to be careful of this guy. And I'm actually really surprised the enemy is not taking any action to be aggressive here. As you can quite clearly tell. Oh, they are literally just... Okay. Oh, they are so funny. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to literally auto-delegate right now. I'm just going to let them do whatever they want to do until they get a little bit closer. And I'm just going to speed things up somewhat. Because, as you can see, the enemy is literally just standing there for the foreseeable future. They may, in fact, be entombed there for many thousands of years. Because they are taking so long to make up their minds about doing something. But it seems like they are just not interested in moving anywhere at all. Which is very strange to me. I don't know why they would do that. But there it is anyway, you know. They're not really deciding to do anything at all. I've already killed their leader, haven't I? No, he's still alive. Okay, where is he? That's not him. Okay, who are these? These are horse archers? Why are my horse archers all the way here? This is very strange. Okay, yeah, well, if I can eliminate the enemy lord, then that will basically be all I need to do. Ah, is that him? Is that him right there? I don't think so somehow, right? Oh, it is. Yeah, you're dead now. Okay, now they're going to charge, right? You should charge now. No? They're not going to lose their discipline? Oh, alright. Okay, that's kind of funny. Usually, whenever you take out their, you know, their lord, they're much more likely to break formation. Ah, there we go, there we go. They're actually starting to break formation now. Okay, perfect. So, once they do that, we are going to have a great time. And hopefully I'm not going to get myself absolutely destroyed in the process. There we go. Alright, and who's this? Okay, let's tell my cavalry to charge, because apparently we're having... What is the auto-delegate AI doing on this particular map? They are so funny. Look at this. They literally just decided to leave the archers all the way back there, and the cavalry, and just send the horse archers without mounts, for some reason, and also to send the infantry over. And I suppose that's not too bad, but funnily enough, we do seem to be... Are we losing a lot of people somehow? Not entirely sure, actually. Yes. There's the infantry right here. Okay, well, seems like, yeah, they do have a bunch of sturgeons, so of course they are going to be quite dangerous in melee. And these are my infantry right here. Okay, so if I can actually just get these guys to engage them. Alright, so the only thing we can really do here is just kind of cross our fingers and hope that our cavalry and our archers are actually going to get back over to us. This was a terrible decision. This was an absolutely terrible decision by me to actually come into this fight. Because this fight is not worth it. Very clearly not worth it. I knew this guy was going to kill me, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. We can only hope that the AI is going to do a good job at least killing the rest. Wow, we lost 30 people. I guess that is to be expected after we had such a terrible thing. I have no idea. I should have just charged everyone, shouldn't I? But I really did not expect them to do something like that. But I guess I should have. Anyway, let's see what we can do here now. Okay, so... oh. Yeah, I can't even do that. Alright, yeah, taking my prisoners, not a good idea. No. Okay, so yeah, let me actually just get rid of these, get rid of those. And that is all I can do. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to be taking this, just going to take the highest value stuff, and then we'll just donate the rest. Going to gain some pretty decent level ups there. And yeah, now this is good. Now this is good. So all we need to do is just regenerate. Execute this guy, and then we can just regenerate ourselves. And maybe if I can find some, bandits, I wouldn't mind doing that. Because I could potentially, there's Raganvad as well. I might in fact be able to execute him. What do you think? We might be able to do that. I mean, he's going to come over here, right? You know, he is going to come over here because he desperately wants to take Epicrotia back. Which is good for us. Absolutely good for us. Because if he tries to take... Is he not? Yeah, he's trying to go in against Destor. This guy is so crazy. Raganvad is a is a crazy individual. Look at this guy. He literally just gave away his entire advantage. This is really, really crazy. All right, I have no idea. Okay, so unfortunately for me, he has 57 horse raiders. 57. I don't even know what these guys are. I don't even remember what these guys are at all. They're the highest ranking cavalry. Do you think I can do an auto-resolve against this guy and lose basically nothing? No, I lost a huge amount. Oh well. That doesn't really matter too much. I am going to be taking this guy prisoner as well. And there we go. Perfect. I was kind of hoping for that. Rescued prisoners, always, always good. And we can just do this. There we are. Okay, and there's nothing else that I can really take here, unfortunately. I kind of still want to keep tier 4s and below. I'm going to get rid of those guys as well, just because. Nice, noble mount. Definitely going to take that. Do we need some food? Yeah, not really, but I'll take some nevertheless. And there we have it. Okay, so now let us execute Ragnvad himself. There we go. He is now dead, the leader of the Sturgians. And now here's the trick. We're not actually going to be executing Destor, because as far as I'm aware, he is the final... Yep, as you can see right here, he is the final clan member for Epicrotia's rebels. So if I were to execute him now, Epicrotia would go to some random faction. I'm not entirely sure which one it would go to, but it would go to some random faction. So that is not what we want. We do not want that in any way. Oleg is very, very annoyed right now. Oh, actually, maybe not. He's... Oh, no, he is annoyed now. Okay. He was actually going over to some castle or another. And Amaliana is now pregnant once again, which is very nice. Good work, Barney. Yeah, very good, very good. We need that. And otherwise, we are just going to continue converting prisoners. My conversion rate is actually kind of good right now, so I'm very, very pleased about that. And, oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, we're going to take Uplifting Spirit. That's going to be a nice perk for us. And I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. So next time, we're going to try to take Epicrotia if we can. It's going to be a little bit tricky because the Sturgians have basically, I think, remained somewhat untouched for the most part. And you can see here the reason, because, I mean, look at these guys. They're running around with literal Druznik champions, elite cataphracts, and, well, 67 recruits. I'm the most afraid of the 67 recruits, of course. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.